Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held him, they might go for it again.
First down, and they stick with Ekeler. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think he might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield, and it almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on fourth. They're going to try a second time. They'll try and throw for it here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Herbert. On the screen, this is Ekeler. And he's got this down to the 35. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down.
But it certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
49 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. First and goal from the 6. It's Ekeler again. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Ekeler, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And Kamara's going to have a Saints first down as the tackle made up around the 33-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Here's Carr to throw. There's Chris Olave. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets them up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with third and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They run. It's Kamara. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Brandon, 4th and 1 on their own side of the 50, and they decide to go for it. As a former defender, I take that personally. I can't believe they let them pick that up. They should have swarmed the line of scrimmage and stuffed that one.
Not surprised, though, because they told us about the supreme confidence they had in the O-line, and they were able to get that yard. From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 5. Now Carr. Gets this complete to Shaheed. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Here's Kamara trying to run for him. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. On play action, now Carr. Downfield, and he's got Olave. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 33 yards that time.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Kamara is into the end zone for a Saints touchdown.
Well, he's been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Now for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Charger drive about to get going. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Not much on that one, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mucked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jamario Davis. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, the offense, they've really not been able to mount anything yet on that drive, and the defense made sure they couldn't mount anything. The interception and the return adding 6 to the scoreboard.
And that's no small return for a linebacker partner. He took matters into his own hands and his legs on that pick. And once he had it, I think anyone on the field could have stopped him.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Charger drive about to get going.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor.
Then they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Now after the INT, it's Carr.
Open man downfield is Johnson.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Play action. Now it's Carr.
That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans.
A great play there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Saints will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. The final shot before the break for Herbert.
Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer.
And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And here on the road, that could be a huge score for their morale in the second half.
Every team has confidence going into the start of games, but sometimes you get it rocked a little bit, and it certainly applies here for them. But guess what? Just what you said, this touchdown can give them their belief back that they can win in the second half.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay at a really high level.
They've been hot so far. Carr now on first down. Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up second down. Here's Carr.
And he'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards, good for the Saints, first down. Again, they'll throw with Carr.
Olave over the middle.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Second and a couple.
On play action, it's Carr. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
Into the red zone, it's Carr.
The pass caught by Olave.
Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints.
Alvin Kamara
with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
After a break down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this...
There he goes, left side! He'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
86 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. This is a counter play. Eckler. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
On second down, here's Herbert. Quick slant complete to Keenan Allen.
Touchdown, Chargers. Keenan Allen, 46 yards.
And the Chargers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half.